It has been 14 long months since Children's Mercy Park has been allowed to fill its stands to capacity. Slowly, as the pandemic waned, fans have been welcomed back in limited numbers, but nothing compares to a packed house. Thanks to community-wide vaccination efforts, the Blue Hell has its fire back.
I tell you this, from the start of the game, they're going to try to come fast, so be quick with the ball. We have to move the ball quick so we can't let them get a beat on us, right? And make them run. We've got to win that ball. Be hungry as mother. We got to get the first shot on goal. First shot on goal to make them know what they're coming to. You know what's outside. Full stadium. They're here for you, so let's go. Okay, let's get a good one.
The referee is going to give the beginning of halftime. The score, Houston 1, Sporting Kansas City 0.
Guys, for the team at half, you just didn't score a goal. Don't change from what you're doing. Move the ball. Just keep the pace of the game going. I'm telling you, stay connected into the game and don't lose your patience. You got a lot of time. Play. Move the ball.
still don't know how they figured out that I was available, because I kind of wasn't available. I was still under contract with my team, but I also wanted out. I wanted to try something new. I needed something new. And for some reason, my name came across the coaching staff's table. They're watching a video of me getting in a fight. And according to the staff, they're pointing, that's the guy we want. Peter called. We, of course, have spoken afterwards about the conversation. 5 minutes into the conversation, I was ready. 10 minutes into the conversation, he apparently were ready. We all know Peter, he's a very motivating person to be around, and I'm like, I was sold.
In 4 standout seasons at Sporting, Nielsen established himself as one of the club's most influential players of all time. The Denmark native made 142 competitive appearances for Sporting, earning MLS Goalkeeper of the Year and MLS Best 11 honors in 2012, as well as MLS All-Star recognition in 2010 and 2012.
11, 12, and 13, we had a fantastic team. Amazing roster. In my opinion, unreal good locker room. O'Reilly and Colin, fantastic teammate. I told him, I said, when we're winning, 1-0, 2-1, 3-2, whatever, and we need to kill a little bit of time, I'm gonna come out and I'll get after you. But for us to kill a little more time, you gotta turn around and bite back at me so we can have a little argument and kill a few extra seconds on the clock. And I think at one point we became masters in that.
Immediately recognizable on the pitch, Jimmy was well known for his unique pink kit, a look that became the identity for the Sporting legend, and one that would stick with him throughout his career.
Getting the catalog from Mike Flaherty, had to pick 3 colors for the upcoming season. And number 1, let's say yellow. We pick green as a number 2. If I remember correct, and he could confirm that better than me, I think we picked pink just as a little joke. Well, either you're gonna wear yellow or green.
He said, let's do this one and this one, and let's do a pink. Thinking pink would be our 3rd color. It would never be worn. And I think it was like the 1st or 2nd game that he had to wear pink, and we kind of joked about it. And it was something that we never thought would ever happen, and it kind of stuck, and we won the game. So of course we pressed for that one after that a couple of times. We added that one to the lineup, kind of made it go from number 3 to basically number 2, but it ended up kind of sticking around. Then after that, the next year he had won a lot of games in it, so we kind of kept it that way.
I would admit the first couple of times I was wearing it, pink. But kind of pink became my color. Yeah, I was not the white Puma anymore. I was the pink Puma.
Caballo is looking for the ball through the middle. Matt will take it across. He has it onside. Nyasi. Oh, and there he is. There's big Jimmy Nielsen to make the first big save of the game.
Every story always brings back the thoughts of Jimmy being the guy who cared about everybody. Went out of his way to make sure everybody was all right. He genuinely came in every day and asked how things would go, and asked how your family is. And there's a lot of guys like that now on this team. And I think a lot of that comes from him. I think a lot of people saw him as a role model while he was here, and that's kind of where we're at.
This is Sabarillo against Nielsen, and he's missed!
2013. Do I need to say anything? Oh, we won the cup. We got to get that cup.
Javier Morales! Oh! It's off the inside of the post!
Had that been a regular game, I wouldn't have played. I played that game because I wanted to win. I was in pain all the way down here. Still this day today when I'm in a deep sleep, but it's not very often anymore, but when I am, I can feel it.
Grab a ball, it's saved by Nielsen! Kansas City edging closer.
Going into the penalties, you know, my plan were, I gotta get them out of their comfort zone. They gotta hear my voice in their head when they're taking the PKs. I wanted them to, in the MLS Cup final in 2013, do something that they haven't done before.
Can he do it? Palmer! He has it! And the trophy belongs to Kansas City!
Ownership and coaching staff, you know, they set the bar and the expectations of what culture they wanted to have. But the players, in the end of the day, they gotta execute it. And it's not always going in the direction you want, but they did a heck of a good job on the recruitment part. Brought in players that fitted in together. It was intense, but it was good. Our training sessions were very often more competitive than the games. I mean, it was blood, sweat, and tears.
Nielsen started 100 straight MLS matches for Sporting from 2011 until the end of 2013, when he retired from professional soccer after a storied 19-year playing career.
After season meeting, this is it. Boom. Took 3 minutes, just like how it started. And it was the right decision. You know, I was also physical, beaten up a little bit, not just from the ribs. I had meningitis twice. I don't think I allowed myself to recover after those two. I mean, I literally went from 3 days in the hospital, driving from the hospital out to Swope and practice. And, you know, probably cut off a few years of my career, but I don't regret anything. When you look on the wall with the names, when my kids one day get kids and they get in there and I'm dead and long gone, they can say, well, that's Granddad.
We got a legend in the house. That is the White Puma, Jimmy Nielsen. Moments from now, his name will be unveiled as the newest edition of the Sporting Legends.
Jimmy is one of those rare human beings that when you interact with him, he makes you feel like you're the only one in the room. He's like one of those type of guys where he's just such a good person, but he was such a good player, and this is obviously deserved that he's going up there.
Children's Mercy Park, Paradise on the Plains, located at One Sporting Way, is the site of this evening's Western Conference.
Guys, punt the ball. Not winning at 90. We're going to win it half and half, half and half. First half, even our head at halftime, okay? Win on 3. 1, 2, 3. Win! Come on,
Kansas City looking to get back on the winning side of things against one of their longtime rivals.
Keep the ball, be patient with the ball like we do. We will create chances, we will win this game. Keep the ball. Good goal, boys. 1 on 3. 1, 2, 3, win! Let's go!
And we are underway. Spinoza looking for Shallowy, it's over his head. That the type of buildup you want to see from this Sporting Kansas City side. Lucio pounces on the loose ball, finds Kyrie Shelton with a nice turn, and here comes Kyrie Shelton, steamrolling toward goal, but his touch was too heavy. Johnny Russell cutting it back by Shallowy, and Shallowy knocks it in. The Hungarian assassin has given Sporting KC the lead.
About Johnny Russell and really about anybody that stays here with Sporting for this long. It's about the team, right? Not about individual accolades, individual stats. It's about the team.
Shallowy on the turn again inside the penalty area. Trying to put it across to Russell. It falls to Hernandez, and he stung that shot, but it was blocked by Austin Trusty. For his his first goal as an SKC player as well, Felipe Hernandez.
Lit up right now. You're not.
I told you the game is going to be 2 halves, right? So the first half's done. You gotta win the second half. Let's go.
And that is of note that Martins was the man down because he has played every single minute of this 2021 campaign until now. Daniel Shallowy steamrolling toward the penalty area again, puts it across in a dangerous area, and he just missed the connection. Shallow back to Hernandez, and Hernandez has opened his MLS account. What a moment for the homegrown Sporting KC 3.
Founded in 2020, Black Players for Change is an organization consisting of over 170 Black players, coaches, and staff of MLS.
Definitely a really good first step, and the talks that I've been a part of with the Black Players for Change have been really positive, and I think that they've been moving in the right direction. And I think the leadership of the group has been consistent in that they're going to continue to keep kind of pushing forward and try to keep evolving. The tragedy surrounding the death of George Floyd was visceral, right? And it was really difficult to come to terms with as an individual and as a Black individual. I think that having talks with my family and having talks with my friends, it was something that was really difficult. And it's not something that hasn't been happening. It's something that over the course of history has happened too much, way too much. And I think for me, I was definitely worried that it was just going to be something that was swept under the rug, especially given what was going on in the world. But I'm super proud to be a part of a group and to be a part of kind of a movement that is starting to say no more. How I learned about Juneteenth, my mom is actually from Texas. So it was big for my mom's family. And growing up, it wasn't necessarily a big holiday for me, but she was cognizant of reminding us. We would always have kind of a special dinner, but it wasn't this big holiday. It wasn't like a 4th of July or something like that. It was just it's an important day, but it wasn't celebrated in the way that other holidays were.
For Juneteenth 2021, Sporting and the Negro Leagues Baseball Museum partnered on a capsule collection to celebrate and honor the trailblazers of the Negro Leagues who helped build a bridge across the chasm of prejudice and created a pathway for African American athletes to showcase their immense talent and level the playing field.
I wish more teams and more organizations could embrace it so we could get something like that kind of as a unified front. I think it was a beautiful thing, and the t-shirts turned out great. And I hope that we can continue to do more things like that to help out Black businesses and Black-owned organizations just in general. But I was over the moon to be a part of it, and it's amazing for kind of just the spectacle of saying, look, we're beginning to embrace Black culture, and we're beginning to support and embrace Black culture within sports. And that's not always been the case. And I think that to have all the different types of people that were wearing it on our team and really say, look, I want to wear the shirt, it was really powerful. black culture, the black community, and how it bands together, it transcends sports. And I think that being able to support the black community from all different kinds of backgrounds, racially, culturally, socioeconomically, it's just bigger than sports. So I wouldn't say, don't look at it as baseball and soccer. Look at it as a unification of people.